Shamako Noble, man, looking to the camera, man. What's been going on today?
Man, well, right now, we're here at the March for Our Lives being put on by the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign. We started off at Mears Park in downtown St. Paul. We had a lot of speakers, a lot of powerful folks talking about the human right to health care, the human right to housing, the human right to education, and saying no to spending billions of dollars on the war that should be spent here at home to fix the education system, to fix critical infrastructure systems. And right now, we're about to walk up to the Excel Center with all these folks behind us, and we're gonna tell the Republicans, the Democrats for that matter, that we have some things on our mind.
What do you feel about the fact that they spent $50 million on security?
I think it goes without saying, but I'm happy to say it, that is absolutely ridiculous. $50 million spent on security, and we're out here fighting for health care. We're out here fighting for people that have the simple ability to access medication and surgery and care that they should have the absolute right to, but instead, they want to take $50 million and pour it into all these police officers on the side who, as you can see, don't even really need to be here because there's nothing but peaceful protesters, peaceful marchers, just people who are out here fighting for human rights. And just like they spent that billions and billions of dollars on the war, they spent that $50 million on security, and we say no to all of that.
How important was it to hook up with AIM, the American Indian Movement, and have them here?
Oh, it was highly critical. But it was highly critical to hook up with the American Indian Movement because that's a section of the population that has been a victim of the capitalist system of basically just taking and refusing to give back to the people the simple things that they have a right to. But I want to make the point that it's not just the American Indian movement. We have the immigrant movement here. We have folks from the Iraq Veterans Against the War here and Vietnam vets coming out here to represent for peace. I mean, we got people from like across the spectrum because reality is it's a multiracial, multi-tiered, multi-capacity movement. It's a poor people's movement, and that's what it's all about.
Last question, do you connected with what Dr. King was trying to do before he was assassinated?
This is exactly what we're trying to do, is pick up his legacy. Right before he was assassinated, he was organizing a Poor People's March on Washington. Well, here we are, poor people marching on Washington here in St. Paul.
You think they're scared?
I know they're scared. They spent $50 million, didn't they?
That's true. $50 million.
That's a lot of fear if you ask me.